Okay, so picture this. You're at the checkout, finally got that new gadget, and then you hear it, that question. Would you like to add an extended warranty? It's just a few dollars more.
Happens every time, doesn't it? And it sounds, well, it sounds smart, maybe even responsible. You want to protect your purchase.
Exactly. But is it really the responsible choice? That's what we're digging into today.
Right. Our mission here is to kind of peel back the layers on that sales pitch.
Hmm.
We want to get into the actual economics, the psychology behind why we say yes so often, and honestly, the scale of this whole industry. It's pretty surprising.
Yeah, we've looked at the sources and we're aiming to pull out the key things you need to know so you can make a, genuinely informed decision next time you're in that spot. It feels like these offers are everywhere now, but I guess they weren't always. Where did this whole extended warranty thing even start?
That's a really good point. They haven't always been around. It seems they really got going back in the 1970s,
Yep.
interestingly, in the car industry.
Cars.
Yeah, dealerships figured out pretty quickly they could make a good chunk of extra profit by selling protection plans beyond the basic manufacturer warranty. Then, fast forward to the 80s and 90s, and electronics stores totally caught on.
Ah, so they copied the model.
Exactly. Applied it to TVs, computers, appliances, you name it. And now
Oh,
it's massive. We're talking a global industry worth well over $120 billion a year.
120 billion.
Billion with a B. And the profit margins, often hitting over 50%. Think about that. For many stores, these warranties are actually making them more money than the items they cover.
50% margin. That is,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, so if they're making that kind of money, how are they so good at convincing us? What's the psychology here? What buttons are they pushing?
Well, they're quite cleverly tapping into some basic human psychology, really. First off, there's something called loss aversion.
Loss aversion.
Yeah, basically, we feel the pain of a potential future loss, like a big repair bill, much more strongly than we value the smaller gain of, just saving the warranty cost now, even if the chance of that repair is actually tiny.
Okay, that makes sense. We overfocus on the potential bad thing.
Exactly. They're also selling peace of mind. It's less about the nuts and bolts of repair coverage and more about selling you freedom from worry. That's powerful.
And I guess after you've just spent a bunch of money.
Right. That's recency bias. You've just made this big purchase, you feel invested, so you're sort of primed to want to protect it immediately. And maybe the biggest factor, information asymmetry.
Meaning.
Meaning the company, the retailer, they know the real failure rates for these products. They have the data. You, the consumer, don't. So they price the warranty, knowing the odds are very much stacked in their favor.
Okay, that asymmetry point is crucial. If the odds are stacked because products don't fail often, what does that say about how reliable things actually are these days? Is offering a warranty a sign the product is shaky, or is it the opposite?
And this is where it gets really interesting, maybe even a bit counterintuitive. The sort of uncomfortable truth for the warranty industry is that most modern electronics, most appliances, they're incredibly reliable now.
Really? More than we think.
Much more. Manufacturers have huge incentives to make stuff that lasts. Think about it. Bad reviews online, damage to their brand, plus the actual cost of handling claims under their standard warranty. They want products to be dependable.
So the paradox is.
The paradox is, retailers and manufacturers make serious money on extended warranties precisely because the products are so reliable. The risk of them actually having to pay out is low. So that eager salesperson pushing the warranty, it might actually be a sign that the product is, well, pretty solid.
That completely flips the script. So offering the warranty is almost like a secret signal of quality, and our sources had some great examples, like AppleCare Plus for iPhones or Macs.
Exactly. Apple pushes it hard for iPhones, iPads, Macs devices known to last, 5, 6, 7 years or more without major issues. But you won't see them pushing extended warranties on, say, their charging cables or adapters.
Which, anecdotally at least, seem to fail way more often.
Right. And Samsung does something similar. You see Samsung Care Plus offered for their high-end Galaxy phones, the premium stuff, but maybe not so much for their more budget-friendly models.
So the pattern holds. They offer it where they're most confident they won't have to pay out.
That seems to be the core strategy, yes.
Yeah.
Because that's where the highest profit is.
Of course, look, things do break sometimes. We all know someone, or maybe it happened to us, where something failed right after the standard warranty ended. Those stories stick with you.
Oh, absolutely. And those rare, memorable exceptions are, let's be honest, marketing gold for the warranty companies. They play on that fear generated by the outliers.
So what's the more rational approach then, if not buying the warranty?
Well, the financially sound approach for most people, most of the time, is something called self-insurance.
Self-insurance, like setting money aside.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Figure out what that warranty would cost you. Then just take that same amount of money and put it into a separate savings account.
Mm-hmm.
Call it your, something broke fund or whatever.
Uh-huh. I like that.
Statistically, over the long run, doing this consistently means you'll almost certainly come out way ahead. You'll likely save far more than you'd ever actually spend on the occasional repair.
That's a really practical takeaway, though I suppose we should mention, are there any times an extended warranty might be worth considering? Just briefly.
Sure, there can be exceptions, though they're generally quite specific. Maybe if the potential repair cost is truly enormous compared to what you paid for the item, or if the warranty offers significant extra perks, like maybe guaranteed faster service for something critical.
Like for business equipment, maybe?
Could be. Or if replacing the item would cause genuine severe financial hardship for you. But for the average purchase, the math usually favors self-insuring. So at the end of the day, you need to see extended warranties for what they usually are. They're financial products designed for profit, and the odds are generally not tilted in the consumer's favor.
Right. So what this really means for you listening is understanding the game, knowing the psychology they use, understanding the economics of how reliable products actually are these days. It lets you make that call at the checkout based on logic, not just emotion or fear.
And maybe here's a final thought to leave you with. If you consistently skip those warranties, how much could you actually save over, say, 5 or 10 years? What could you do, or even invest with that money instead? What's the real price you're paying for that peace of mind, especially when the product itself is likely built to last?